help me. I have no bets on this card. You guys, I feel like a fraud. I've got 1.1 units risked on UFC 279. I do this for a living, and I can't get anything going. I hate every fight on this card from a betting perspective, not from a fan perspective, but from a betting perspective. I'm not finding anything that's sticking out. Pretty much all my action was on the 3 fights that got rearranged. So I went from like something like 7 units of action down to 1.1 here. So I'm coming to you, my audience, hat in hand, asking for help on how the hell I can find 4 bets to string together to take advantage of this kick-ass 20% UFC 279 parlay boost that is brought to you by the MMA Hour. Any 4-leg or more parlay will get a 20% profit boost. So I want to put one together, but I'm going to need you guys' help to do it. Let's see who's rocking with me here, because I was stupid. I just said, on the spur of the moment that I was going to go live at 3 o'clock to try to put together a parlay. And then I realized my guy DFS by the numbers was doing best bet with lock right now. So I know everybody's watching those 2 guys and not going to come over here and help me put together this parlay, but let's get it. Let's figure out how we can make some money on this one. We got my guy 2 in the room saying, let's get it, Weezy. We got my guy Brandon, the MMA Propaholic, saying, oi. And we've got Charlie in the room and Lou Betya. Charlie saying nearly 3 times her money on Chimaev versus Holland to end in round 1. I feel there's some value in that. Yeah. I mean, violence in that fight is something that I'm not going to say has no chance of happening. I mean, Hamzat's a killer, and it's a bad matchup for Kevin Holland. I mean, it's just a flat-out bad matchup. A guy who can't stop takedowns, who has a hard time getting back up, against a wrestler of the quality of Khamzat Chimaev is not a good matchup. But what's really interesting about that is that it really does seem like it's very clear that Khamzat was of the same opinion of all the gamblers, in that he was going to go through Nate Diaz like a hot knife through butter. So I'm thinking that we didn't even train for this damn fight. So what happens if it gets out of the first round? What happens if Holland starts piecing him up from distance? Very interesting fight, man. Very, very interesting fight. But with the last second change, it's hard to be confident and get your money in good on that fight. But and we've got, so Lou Betya is in the room here saying he likes Walker round 2 KO, Leoness round 2 KO, Fat Collier round 2 sub, and Julian Erosa sub. $5 pays 2.4 million. But with the boost now, with the boost, you can make almost $3 million. Let's put it together on the screen here. Let's see. Fight parlays. Round and exact method. So we're going, oh no, that's, we got to do fight props, is it? Winning method? Fight props. No. Fight parlays. Yeah, okay, so we got to get a Walker round 2 KO, a Leoness round 2 KO. So Leoness round 2 KO is plus 750. And then we can get the Johnny Walker round 2 KO. Where? Okay. Plus 900. Okay. And then we've got Fat Collier with a round 2 sub over Fat Barnett, the Fat Bowl. So Jake by submission in round 2 is plus 1,800. And then a Julian Erosa by sub, which is just going to be winning method. And Erosa by sub over the overweight. Erosa by submission plus 650. That is plus 1211150. $5 pays $60,562.50. So you must have gotten some better odds than I did, but still, that is a fat ass parlay. Wow. Gotta love it, Lou. Bet yeah. That's what we're talking about when we talk about a fat, greasy four-leg parlay here. And we got two in the room saying, "Oi, yes." And we got Strickland's burner in the room saying, WIMO, Tony wins decision. Oh, yeah, I think Tony by decision is definitely a shot there. I don't think that Nate Diaz is finishing Tony Ferguson. He's not really a power puncher. And so I do think that one probably goes over 4.5, but here's the problem. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Nate Diaz. Remember, he was training for a Hamzat Chimaev fight, a fight he literally had 0% chance to win. So, I mean, what was the chances that Nate was even fucking preparing? This is a weird one. And Come Slut subs Holland in round 2 and Lee round 3 KO. Wow. MMA Code saying, "Oi." What is and let's get this. That is such a fat parlay from Lou Betya there, man. Johnny Walker to win in round 2 by KO plus 900, man. That's good. MMA Code saying, "Oi, what's up, MMA Code? Thanks for checking in, man. For real, I have one with this promotion. Here's what I threw in: Collier inside the distance. I kind of like that. Almeida under 1.5, Erosa under 2.5, and Walker fight doesn't start round 3. Also, I'm modding for Brady. Yeah, I know Brady's doing his thing right now with MMA Lock of the Night. So I was looking at some ones. I was looking at for instance, the probability parlay this week was the over 1.5 in the Weeks Leoness fight with the over 2.5 in the Aldana Chason fight. So I kind of liked those. And then you got Collier inside the distance. What is that right now? Collier ITD on DraftKings is minus 105. And I kind of like Fat Collier to get it done inside the distance. I mean, Barnett didn't even make weight. And I don't think really Collier is going to be taking him down. I think it's going to be a boxing match. But, Collier should absolutely win this fight. But by decision, but minus 105 there. Almeida under 1.5. Erosa under 2.5. And Walker fight doesn't start round 3. I like that fight doesn't start round 3. Let me get that one in there. We'll do Collier inside the distance. We'll do the fight doesn't start round 3. For Walker Kutalaba, minus 250. I like that. And then, God damn it, I hate having to count on Jake Collier getting it done inside the distance. But I also like the Tony wins a good old-fashioned staring contest at his home wrecking knee knocker. I think Tony wins here. I think Tony wins, but certainly it's a step down in competition for him, that's for sure. Charlie saying, I think he'd have a good chance of taking down Holland and taking his back. Yeah, man. That's the thing. Hamzat, it's first option under fight parlays. Got it. Holland's takedown defense is not great. That's what makes it such a bad matchup. But as long as he can get out of that first round, it could be interesting for sure, because who knows? I mean, Hamzat might show really poor conditioning here, because he was going to get it done in the first round anyway against Nate. Strickland's burner saying, Charlie, true, but Holland is good Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I feel like it'll keep him all right early. Yeah, I mean, I could see that happening. Got our guy Jack Attack in the room saying, best of luck tonight, Weezy and company. Best of luck to you too, but I know you don't need much luck, do you, Jack Attack? You are the number one guy on Bet MMA Tips, so this dude Jack Attack's a great follow on Bet MMA Tips, you guys. The guy's just printing money over there. Big ups, Jack Attack, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Strickland's Burner saying Holland just doesn't have takedown defense. Yep. Anhaleger or Haley says home wreck and knee knocker. I'm going with Haley in that fight. I just think that Haley's fought the better brand of competition, that he's got more power in his hands, and that he's been training over there at Fight Ready now for a couple of camps. This might even be his third camp over at Fight Ready. So I know that the cage wrestling is getting better, and the wrestling was already there. So I kind of feel like if Chad ever gets it really going well on the feet, that Haley can take him down. So I kind of like Haley as a potential parlay piece this week. You were kidding about the 2.4. You prick, you. Glenbot saying, what's up, gents? What's up, Glenbot? We got Soki B saying, Weezy 2024. I appreciate you, Soki B. And we got Paul Connor saying, how many rounds will Holland survive? Man, I think he can get out of that first round. Our guy just said above that his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu isn't bad, man. But it's the ground and pound that I worry about. I worry about him getting put in a bad spot where his head's up against the cage, but his back is on the mat, and there's no place for him to be able to throw up submissions or get sweeps, and he gets just caught in a bad spot, and Hamzat just starts dropping bombs on him. And if that happens, the ref's going to step in and stop the fight. So we'll have to see, man. But I like the fight to not start round 3, but I'm going to take Collier out of here, and I'm going to put Haley Alatang's money line in here at -170. I just feel like he's really good with his power on the feet, but I think that he can win minutes on the cage, and I think he can win minutes on the ground, and I can't guarantee that Anhaleger is the better boxer here. So why don't we get fight to start round 3? No, for Johnny Walker versus Kudalaba. Haley Alatang money line at -170. So I think Holland will survive at least one round, Paul Connor. And Holland's very durable and never been knocked out in his career. So we'll see. LSV Bet Machine saying, oi, Weezy. What's up, Leroy? Good to see you in here. It's another dude that's just absolutely killing it on Bet MMA Tips. But LSV Bet Machine in the house. Good to see you in here. We got Strickland's Burner saying, if it somehow reaches round 4, Holland will knock out Slut. Yeah, I think that could definitely be the case, because we've never seen Hamzat in the championship rounds, and we've got a little bit of missing information because of the massive weight miss. It's natural to think that this dude, wasn't taking the Diaz fight seriously, and I mean, who could blame him for that, to be honest with you? I don't know if I would have taken it seriously if I had a fight against that low level of an opponent in comparison to the level that Hamzat's at right now. The way that, Nate Diaz is not Gilbert Burns, you guys. They're different fighters right now, so this is a big step up, for Hamzat here, and especially the fact that it's supposed to go 5 rounds now against the guy as durable as Kevin Holland. Very interesting, man. Leroy saying, at Jack Attack, yo, Jack, I'm ready to lose your number 1 spot, brother. I'm coming for your ass, mate. Yeah, dude, these guys are both like top 5. Leroy might even be number 2. So he's definitely, both these guys, we got some real sharp bettors. Who do you guys like? Give me a leg, Jack Attack. Give me a leg, Leroy. Who do you guys like? Method of victory, Collier versus Barnett knockout is +105. That's not bad, but I could see Collier getting a submission over Barnett. I think, I could get it. I don't hate that, J-Bone. I think that Barnett, without question, his best avenue would be a knockout, and Collier, I think, could get it either way, especially if he does take down Chris. Like he took down Chase Sherman. Could he, get that submission like he did in that fight? And potentially the answer is yes. So but I don't hate that bet. I think it's a good way to get that fight doesn't go to plus money. Moyes Audio is saying, my favorite uncle. What's up, Moyes? Good to see you in here. We got Glenbot saying, in the Diaz fight, over 1.5 is 9 of 10 of their last 5. Yeah, the over 1.5 is a big fat line. Alternative total rounds. Over 1.5 for this fight. Let's hope they got it up here. Yeah. Minus 360. So that's a little bit fat. It's not adding much to the parlay, but if you're putting together a multi-leg parlay of some juicy spots, the over 1.5 for Diaz Ferguson feels like a really safe bet. I like that one quite a bit. Lauren Williams saying was rooting for this or was waiting for this. Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate it. I had no idea what to do here, so that's why I had to ask for you guys' help to put this together. But I like these two legs that we've got here so far, that the Alatang money line and the Johnny Walker versus Kudalaba fight not to start round 3. J Bone saying better way to play that, I think. Yeah. LSV saying just bet 50 units on Diaz landing over 10 shots and snaps in a fight. See you in paradise. Nice, man. Collier on the bet slip. Weezy, are you intoxicated? I took it off, Dave, but I deserve that. I absolutely deserve that. He is off the bet slip. I can't do it. You're absolutely right. Not a parlay piece, Fat Collier. He absolutely should get the job done, but had to take it off of there, Dave, and I agree with you 100%. Thanks for keeping me in check, brother. That's why I asked for you guys' help with this. Strickland Burner saying, do you see D-Rod weight advantage being a problem for Lee? I don't think so. They're both natural 170ers, and I think D-Rod asked for the weight to be up at 180, and that could be potentially something that could spell that. See, he's coming off of wrist surgery, and him asking for the fight to be at 180 instead of 170 is a bit of a red flag about maybe him not putting in the road work. And maybe the reason that he needed this up at 180 in the first place was he just wasn't going to be able to cut down to 170 and be effective. Now, Lee did have to cut down to 170, but this fight is at 180, and, I don't think D-Rod's that much bigger than him. If we look here at the stats, which are available on my Patreon. Here's my Patreon, you guys, and we got 25 patrons here, and we give you guys know that I give out my stats for free on Just the Tip on Tuesday nights, but I've got all of next week's fights here. The stats, the matchup stats, and even the prop template is already set up for all these fights, even though we don't have lines yet. I'm just waiting to put lines into this. But all this is available for $5 a month on the Patreon for the matchup stats. And if you want the prop template too and the advanced analytics for 3-round fights and for 5-round fights and all the possible bets that you can make, sign up on the Patreon. The link is in the description, patreon.com/Uncle Weezy. And it'd be great if you could support me there. But even if you don't, the stats will be put out for free every Tuesday night. But if you want to get them 4 or 5 days in advance so that you can get your bets in and beat some line movement, best way to do that is to sign up on that $5 tier of the Patreon. But back here, we can see that it's a 1-inch height advantage and a 3-inch reach advantage for Rodriguez. So he will be the bigger dude here. And he didn't have to cut down to 170 in the first place. So it could be a little bit of an advantage here. But what I see as the biggest advantage in this fight is the power. Lee landing a knockdown on 1.4% of the significant strikes that he lands, while it's about 0.55% for Daniel Rodriguez. And Rodriguez has been knocked down before, and so is Lee. But they both got striking defense sitting right around 58%. So I think Lee will be the more powerful striker, but Lee's also been a little bit chinnier too. But you got to keep in mind some of the guys that he's fighting here. Elizu Zaleski dos Santos, Muslim Salikov, Santiago Ponzinibbio, Kamaya, Magny. Definitely a higher level of strength of schedule here. So I don't see it being too big of an advantage, Strickland's Burner. No access to fight to start props. Oh, damn, J-Bone. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, maybe go for the under 1.5 then in the Walker Kudalaba fight. That should finish in under 7.5 minutes as well as under 10 minutes. But yeah, that's a great one, man. Home Wreck and Knee Knocker saying, hey, Lee is low volume and doesn't throw. And then the stats absolutely agree with you there. He is low volume. However, he throws 8.65 a minute, but his opponents throw 12.31. So he's throwing much less volume, but he's landing with pretty good power at over 0.5%. And He's got really good takedown defense, and he's only been controlled for 3.5% of his UFC career while getting 7 takedowns in 5 fights. So I think that he'll be the guy that's able to get takedowns if he doesn't like how it's going on the feet. And I think that might be enough minutes for him to win. And I also think he's going to be the more likely moment winner on the feet as well, because he throws with a lot of power. But, and Helliger could be a good minute winner here. But look, it's not like he's throwing that much more volume. I mean, he's actually throwing less significant strike attempts per minute than Alatang is. And that's because he's spending 38.35% of his UFC cage time being controlled by his opponents. But Alatang is not Muin Gafurov, that's for sure. But even Jesse Strader had a lot of success winning minutes with wrestling against him. So that's the play for that one there. Stevie saying, great to catch a live stream again, Weezy. You're the man. I appreciate you, Stevie. Thanks for hanging out. Keith Offenlock saying, I believe Jing Liang going to KO D-Rod, considering D-Rod had a bad cut. That's not a bad, and Jing Liang's got a ton of power. And you look at Jing Liang in these names that he's knocking out. I mean, he's knocking out Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos. He's knocking out Santiago Ponzinibbio, Salikov. These guys are durable dudes that he's knocking out. The guy's throwing with an absolute ton of power right now. So I do like Li Jingliang to win this fight. I'm a little bit worried about the layoff for Rodriguez, the wrist surgery for Rodriguez, and the what I think might be a power differential thing for Rodriguez here. And then it's a last-minute opponent change too, so who knows how that goes. But I don't want to bet on these fights that just got made yesterday. Robert Sella saying, I'm thinking of betting Tony by finish. I think he's better than Nate, even in cardio and even durability. I think he's a nightmare for him. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think Tony's, can match Nate Diaz and all the things that Diaz is good at. They're both good on the feet. They both have good Brazilian jiu-jitsu in the submission game. They both have excellent conditioning. That's really what they all have counted on. But look, Ferguson's more durable than Nate Diaz is at this point of his career. I truly believe that. You can get Ferguson in some kind of a submission hold. He's not tapping. Look, do you remember that arm bar that Oliveira had him in? His arm was bending the wrong way, dude. And he never even think of tapping there. Never even considered. So, I just think there's less quit in Tony Ferguson, and I think he wants it more at this point in his career. And let's face it, Ferguson's fought like 4 times in the last 2 years. It's been like 1 time for Nate Diaz. And so, yeah, I like Tony to win this fight, actually. Glenbot saying it's a full moon, so what's out? That's right. And we got Kiro saying Elise Reed money line. I've got that. That's my only tracked bet of the week. That's 1 unit or more. So I do like the Elise Reed money line. You guys want to throw that one in there? Elise Reed money line. Really get this thing greased up. Money line. Elise Reed plus 145. God, it's fat. You know what? Let's do that. Let's grease it up there. That brings it up to plus 444. And then we need one more leg. I like Wolf money line plus 340 William Hill. Yeah, that's a little bit fat for a parlay, but I don't mind the Wolf money line either. I don't mind the Macy Chase on money line. It's not something I'm going to put in the parlay, Lauren, but it might be something I sprinkle just not tracked, because I think that line is entirely too wide. And the Wolf money line at plus 340 and Dumont at minus 425 is assuming it's making a very, very big assumption that Norma Dumont is going to wrestle early and often. And it's not something that we've seen her do in the UFC cage much. 5 fights, 11 takedown attempts, and that's in about 75 minutes of cage time. She's not shooting a lot of takedowns. And if she's unsuccessful doing it early, she could gas out, and Danielle Wolf might piece her up on the feet. So I think that there's some value in that plus 320 on the Danielle Wolf money line, but as a parlay piece, not necessarily. Glimbot saying, watch out. Yep. Stevie23 saying, I really like the Erosa fight. Doesn't go the distance at plus money. Yeah, Erosa does put a pace on his opponents, and he's been in these fights that have oh wait, let's see what Leroy says too. But yeah, I like that bet, Stevie. I'm gonna consider that one too. Bro, I've already left a comment under your breakdown. I'm going with Walker KO, Almeida round 1, round 2 finish, Collier, Aldana, Dumont inside the distance, Tony, some sprinkle on Wolf winning via decision, and D-Rod money line plus TO 2.5. Okay, cool. Almeida round 1, round 2 finish would not be a bad leg. Walker KO is something I'm going to be sprinkling as well at plus money. Collier is, a wide money line, but that would be a good. It wouldn't be greasy, but it still would be. It still would be possible. Dumont inside the distance, yeah, I could see that. Tony Ferguson might be the last leg of this one, you guys. Wolf is huge with good hands and power. She's a good dog play over Big Norm. I agree with you there. I sprinkled Wolf KO plus 850. D-Rod got surgery and recovery done by the same guy as Usman, so he should be all set. Okay, got it. Wolf going to Stockton slap Big Norm. Add Hamzat Holland. Fight won't start round 5 or 4 even. Okay. Fight won't start round props, I believe, to start round X. And you want me to do the Holland Hamzat fight. Fight to start round 4, minus 190. Fight to start round 5, minus 250. Yeah, maybe the fight to start round 5, minus 250. Maybe the Tony Ferguson money line. I mean, we know that Leroy's on that Ferguson money line. Wolf hasn't knocked out a single woman with a negative record. Yeah, I doubt she does shit to Dumont. Yeah, Wolf has not been a power puncher even as a boxer, but her boxing looks clean. And now that she's wearing the 4-ounce gloves, it could be a little bit different, but we'll see. UFC's feeding Dumont to the Wolf. Stevie, would you trust Ferguson durability after that Gaethje beating and that bad KO a few months ago? If Diaz lands what he did on Edwards, Tony could fall. Yeah, there's that's for sure. But I'm not even sure if Diaz, was planning to even fight Khamzat Chimaev. I mean, he might have come out and tapped the fucking canvas right after the referee said fight. Who knows, man? I mean, I don't know if Tony's showing up to fight here, but I'm sorry, Nate is showing up to fight here. I know Tony is. Tony's, still wants it. He's had 4 really tough matchups, but he's been much busier lately. We know a lot more about him, and we know that that there's no quitting this dude. I don't know if Nate Diaz gives a shit anymore. Last leg, Hamzat, double chance by knockout sub. That's not bad. Fight props? Nope. Winning method. Yeah. Hamzat inside the distance. Yeah, because if he gets it done, it's inside the distance. Minus 200 by KO. That brings it up to plus 708. That's not bad. Minus 175. That is not what I'm getting. I'm getting plus. That's KO decision. 200 is KO submission. Yeah. I like Macy. She'll use her wrestling. Yeah, she better. Pickett fight, no distance. I don't like that one, dude. Pickett fights at such a slow pace that I can't count on either guy to finish here. Pickett's durable, and Pickett fights at a very slow pace and tries to win minutes. Fight doesn't go to decision, Holland. Yeah, that's a good fat line for sure. Double chance, says Frick. Yep. You can now parlay same game parlay. Oh, no shit. That's wild. We got Stevie saying, like the video, guys. Oh, yeah. I always forget to tell people, hit that like button while you're at it, guys. We got 41 of you in here. All right, so let's the last leg. Either Hamzat, we got Hamzat to win by KO, TKO, submission. We could do the fight doesn't start round 5 at minus 250. But I think Hamzat inside the distance is a nice safe leg. I think The fight to start round 3 is a safe leg. Alatang is a good favorite. And then Elise Reed, I think, is a good way to grease it up with a nice 50-50 shot. And then we could do $10 wins. How much? $80. Yeah, so it's plus 700, you guys. It's a 7-to-1 parlay. And $10 will win you 80, 100 will win you 800, 50 will win you 400, 25 will win you 200. But it's a good way. I think this is a good one. So let's do this. We're going to do the fattest line will be the Elise Reed money line. And then we're going to do the Haley Alatang money line at minus 175. We're going to do the fight to start round 3, no, for Kudalaba Walker, minus 250. And we're going to do Khamzat Chimaev to win inside the distance at minus 200, plus 708. That is your Uncle Weezy's Greasy 4-legger. Thank you guys for all of your help in putting this parlay together. I think it's a good one. I think we're counting on Khamzat to do what he's supposed to do here, and it's a really bad matchup. And then what we could do is, if Khamzat doesn't get it done, in the first couple of rounds, we could hedge out of that last leg by just betting Kevin Holland, because I don't know if Khamzat's winning a 5-round decision against Kevin Holland. So, and then we could even just sprinkle Khamzat by decision as a hedge too for that last leg. But I think this is a good one. I'll put this together. I'll put the profit boost on there, which will maybe even get it up to like 9-to-1 or 10-to-1, you guys. But perfect job. Thank you guys for helping. And let's stack cash tickets like flapjacks for this crazy UFC 279 card. I wish all of you guys luck. And stay tuned for Stat Diggers tomorrow night, 6:15 Central Time, where we will break down all 14 fights that are coming up on the Sandhagen versus Song card. And don't forget to join the Patreon if you want early access to the prop template and to the matchup stats for this next card before I release them on Tuesday night. God bless all of you. Let's make some big money on UFC 279. And then right after that, get ready for UFC Vegas 60, Sandhagen versus Song. Appreciate all you guys for watching. Good luck today, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.